flight with Audio Airstrike.
We were talking about the fact that Robert Pattinson has been scheduled to play the next Batman. Yes, he will be stepping into the role of Bruce Wayne in 2021 as the Caped Crusader himself. So, the first thing that people said, right, was the fact that, oh, what's going to happen is the Batmobile going to be full of glitter, referring to his most famous role, his most popular role, which is playing Edward Cullen in Twilight. These are my honest thoughts. The man is much removed from that role. This is coming from somebody who, when I was, I think, a teenager still at that time, I was in my late teens, early 20s when that rollout was happening. I hated Twilight with a passion. I did not like it. I did not understand it. Why were they making, I felt personally like they were making the identity of a vampire soft. This is coming from somebody who felt that way about that particular series, but it shot Robert Pattinson's career upward. Now, with that being said, people are going around saying, oh, this guy should not be playing this role. Nobody has seen his last couple of films. The people that are saying that have not seen his last couple of films. He is not sitting over here playing the lover boy, pretty boy role in these last couple of films, especially when you look at Good Times, and especially let me pull up his filmography real quick so I make sure I get his filmography right. So we have Lost City of Z, Cosmopolis. What else? He acted in The Rover, High Life, Good Time, Remember Me. That was different, but that was right after the whole Twilight thing. So his last couple of roles have been indie art house style of filming. So we're just going to rush to assume that he may or may not be able to knock this role out the park. I'm not saying he's going to be the best thing ever, but we haven't even seen a trailer yet for this movie, and people are already quick to cancel it. I'm just saying, if he was playing, pretty boy, brooding, teenage, romance films up until this point, I could see why people would be upset. But I think people sit over there and look at Twilight 10 years ago, because that's the thing they know him for the most, and be like, yeah, he can't play that. May I remind you, back when The Dark Knight is heralded, of course, with the performance of Heath Ledger. But I need to remind you that even back then, there was a time when that news was released that Heath Ledger would be playing the Joker. The same backlash that Robert Pattinson is getting now was similar to the same backlash that Heath Ledger was getting for playing the Joker until they saw his performance. My standpoint is this. I know this surprises some people that know me, I remain open-minded as to what he's capable of doing with this role. We are probably going to get a much younger Bruce Wayne because, truth be told, yes, he's in his early 30s, but the dude still looks like he's about 25 to 28 years old. So it's interesting to me as to what he's going to do to prepare this role. This is a darker role. He has, looking at him, he can pull that darkness off. And I'm not talking about the Twilight films. I'm just talking about looking at him in interviews, looking at him in real life. There are certain things he does with his facial features that could give off this darkness inside that Bruce Wayne has felt all these years. He can, attach himself to that easily, I think. I'm going to remain open-minded about this. I'm going to remain open-minded about what he's capable of doing. And it's going to be interesting. I think this is very, very interesting. People who are canceling it quick without seeing a trailer, I think that people need to see the trailer first before they try to cancel or criticize. That's just me. I mean, we don't know. This may be something he completely wows us. Ben Affleck was getting flack for stepping into the Batman role. You know what I'm saying? I mean, in my personal opinion, I think, and this is no shot to Val Kilmer or any of that, but Val Kilmer was not my favorite Batman at all. I was not happy with how he acted the role. I was not happy with, his version of what Batman was. You know what I'm saying? That was, that's just how I personally felt. Nothing against Val Kilmer, but we are talking about, the Bat Nipple Joe Schumacher movies. So what do you expect? It's one of those situations where we have to just be open-minded and see what he's capable of doing instead of just rushing to the gun saying, oh, this is trash. So, let's see what he does underneath the cowl. Let's wait for a trailer. Let's see what he does. I'm kind of interested to see what he's going to do to mentally prepare himself and also physically prepare himself. He doesn't work out that much. So what Batman are we getting? Are we getting more of an athletic swimmer build Batman? Are we getting a muscle bound Batman? Exactly what type of Batman are we going to be getting? Is he going to be more stealthy, more athletic swimmer build? I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what he does to mentally prepare for this role and also what he physically does to prepare for this role. So it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be interesting to see what he does in 2021 as Batman. So it's going to be interesting. We have Ryan Reeves directing, so we'll see how this goes.